Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, this look is a beat, okay? So if you're looking for something light, something natural, watch a different tutorial. But anyway, okay, so I did these lashes. These are actually some Amazon lashes that I cut up. So I used these ones and I cut off like the last two. And then I stacked it right here just to make them shorter for my eyes. And as you see, like, it's really fanned out at the end. I think it's really cute, so maybe you should try that with your lashes. But yeah, and then I did a brown lip. I'll probably add gloss. Yeah, I probably will add gloss. But yeah, that's about it for the look. I did a dark brown in the crease with a lighter brown, and then I put yellow as a transition color. And I added some beauty marks, and I did a lot of highlighting. I didn't really do any contouring, honestly. I just let my foundation color be the color. Maybe should I add some contour? No, I don't think so. I wasn't really feeling blush either, but I did put on highlight. I used this Ofra highlight, the Brentwood highlighter. Let me open it so I can show you. I used this highlighter for my nose and then for my cheeks, and I used it for my filter. So keep watching if you want to see the look. Thank you guys for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so first I'm going to start out with shaping up my eyebrows some. I'm going for a really arched look, so I'm taking off some extra hair that might be growing back. Okay, next I'm filling in the eyebrows. I'm using a black eyeshadow from the new Persuasion palette from Bolette Beauty. But honestly, you can use any black eyeshadow if you're going for a dramatic eyebrow look like I am. And I'm trying to really give them an arched look, so I'm filling in the top of my eyebrows even more than I usually would, and just going underneath and carving out the arch. Next, I'm going in with my Naked Quickie Concealer from Urban Decay. To carve out underneath my brows. Okay, next I'm blending down the concealer onto my lid, and I'm also shaping up underneath my brow. All right, right now I'm filling in my eyebrows with the black eyeshadow again. Okay, so now I'm just dragging down that concealer all over my eyelid. Okay, so you notice I mixed my foundation in with the concealer, and now I'm carving on top of the top of my brow. Okay, I'm taking that foundation mixed with concealer and going ahead and putting it all over my face. Well, I wouldn't say all over my face, but I'm putting it in all the places where I won't be putting concealer. Okay, now I'm blending it out with my kabuki brush. You really want to stipple it into your skin. Also, I just want to point out, I did prime my face. I know I didn't really show it on camera, but I used some avocado oil, and then I used the NYX Hydro Grip Primer. Okay, next I'm just wiping that off the back of my hand. Now I'm going in with some more of the Hydro Grip Primer to go underneath my eye. I'm somebody whose eyes water a lot after they put on their makeup. So I noticed that when I use this primer and I add some extra underneath my eye, it helps it to stay on better when I do have my watery eyes. Okay, I'm going back in with my Urban Decay concealer. Okay, then I'm going in with my Shape Tape. I'm pretty sure that this was Tan Sand for the shade for the Shape Tape. Okay, so now we're blending out the darker concealer first with the angled brush. And then we go over the brighter concealer. And once again, we're still using that stippling motion. You really want to blow out the concealer so that it looks nice and blended. Okay, now we're going on to the eyelid. We're blending that light shade upward. Okay, once you blend out your concealer and you officially look like a ghost, then you're highlighted enough, okay? Because remember, this is a beat. Okay, now we're going in between the brows with the concealer to blend it out and putting a little bit on the forehead. Okay, now I'm going in with a setting powder. I was using my One Size setting powder, the translucent. I go back and forth between the One Size translucent and the Anastasia Beverly Hills translucent. Honestly, I would recommend both, but just one is a little brighter than the other one. That's really the only difference, from my opinion. Okay, we want to make sure we set our eyelids. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this Juvia's Place palette. I'm using this yellow color in the crease. On the crease up to the brow bone. This is going to be my transition shade for the eyeshadow look. Okay, next I'm going into this Morphe face palette. I am using it says it's a brightening color. because like they have different ones in there, like bronze, highlight, and stuff like that. So I'm using the brightening color on there, and I'm using that in my lid. Not in my lid, in my crease. Forgive me, I'm sorry. In the crease, I'm using the brown color. But really, any light, warm toned brown would do. Okay, so next I'm going in with that bronzer shade from the palette. It's a much darker brown, like a chocolatey dark brown. And we're concentrating that in the outer V of the crease. You really want to press it into your eye socket. And we're also going in with a smaller blender brush. Okay, now we're going back with the original brush and blending out the edges. Okay, now we're going down the sides of the nose to contour. Okay, so next I'm going to put on some eyeliner. This is the Sephora brand liquid liner. So I'm going to put on some Beauty Marks. Okay, now I'm going to do my eyes. I just did a simple line. I didn't do a wing or anything. I just did a simple line with a little bit of a curve to it, following the shape of my eye. Okay, I'm going in with my waterproof mascara. So I always like to layer at least 2 different types of mascara. So I'm going in with a really black waterproof mascara. And then on top of that, I'm going to use my Milani tubing mascara. And I'm a bottom lash girl for sure, so I have to show the bottom lashes love with the mascara. So I'm really wiggling it in between the lashes. Okay, now this is the Milani tubing mascara that I'm going in with. Okay, now I'm about to do my lashes. So these are the lashes I was talking about earlier in the video. They're just some Amazon lashes that I cut like the last 2 little clusters off of. And then I doubled them up at the outer corner. And it really just gave like a cute wispy cat eye type of look. So maybe you might want to try that with some of your cheaper lashes and see how you like that. Because I was almost going for like the look of a half lash, but without it being like a half lash. So it just gives like a smaller lash look. And I think it really does something for the eye. So maybe you should try it, especially if you have almond shaped eyes like myself. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and go in. And I'm putting this nude cream shade in my waterline. It's from my Anastasia Beverly Hills face palette. It just adds a pop to make the eyes look cute. But really, you can use any cream nude in your waterline and it'll give you the same effect. Okay, now I'm applying my lashes. Like, you see the lash? Like, the lashes just eat. Like, we love a lash. Okay, now we're doing the other side. Making sure it's on there secure. Okay, I'm feeling myself already. Alright, so now I'm going to start applying my highlight. This is the Brentwood highlighter from Ofra Cosmetics. Okay, I'm putting it on the tip of the nose. In the center of the nose, going down the straight line. We're going to put it in the inner corner of the eyes. And I did the cheeks as well. And don't forget the philtrum. So I thought about using this other highlighter for my cheeks, but then I saw how chalky it was, and I was like, oh no, absolutely not. So now I'm using the Ofra highlighter on my cheeks. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills face palette again. I'm using a dark brown from the palette to line my lips. And honestly, just overline them because I love overlining my lips. So, yeah. But I really only overline my top lip. I don't overline the bottom at all. Okay, now I'm going to go in with some spray on my face. First, I'm going to use the Alba serum spray to lock everything in and take away that powdery look. Okay, and then I'm going to use the NYX face glue setting spray. Okay, and that's all. Thank you for watching.